Hey everyone, and welcome to Review Mash. You ready for this? I am so pumped for this deep dive.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been waiting for this game literally forever. I mean, I love open world games,
Mhm.
but anything that even hints at a Studio Ghibli art style. And I am so there.
Yeah.
And this has both. This game, uh, I was sold before it even had a name.
Oh, totally get that. I actually remember, I think it was years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like way back when, it was still in early
Oh,
development.
really?
Yeah, and there wasn't even a name yet. It was just this like super secret project that people were whispering about online.
That's so cool. It's kind of like it grabs you even before you've played it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we love early access. We love getting into these games like before they're even done.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like peeking behind the curtain.
Behind the
Yeah.
scenes stuff.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're doing today.
Let's go.
Deep dive into Towers of Agazbah.
All right. We've got a ton of stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got reviews, gameplay videos, even some interviews with the developers, and it's looking really, really good.
Okay, so set the scene for us. What's this game all about?
Okay, so imagine a world like a mystical island called Agazbah,
Okay.
and it's been ravaged by this force called the Withered. It's kind of like Princess Mononoke
Oh, wow. Yeah.
meets Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. It's beautiful, but there's this like,
Like a decay.
yeah, this haunting sense of decay.
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, and then you've got the Shimu people. They're returning to their ancestral island after fleeing the Withered, and you're a junior architect.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, and you are tasked with rebuilding their villages, restoring life to this place.
I love that. It's not just like, slapping down buildings.
Right, it's not a basic city builder.
You have to think about the ecosystem. What you do actually impacts it.
Exactly, and like everything's connected. So say you plant a forest, right? Well, suddenly you might attract a herd of sky mantas, with these like
Whoa.
magnificent flying creatures. Or if you like overhunt in one area, the wildlife could like vanish.
Yeah.
So it makes every decision you make actually matter.
And that's cool because that ties into resource gathering and city
Yeah.
building. Everything is connected, right?
Yeah, it's super intricate. It's really fascinating.
So it's not just like a pretty world to look at.
Oh,
There's actual depth to it.
totally. Like I was reading this one review and they were talking about how they found this hidden canyon
Ooh.
and it opened into this valley and it was just teeming with life.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know, and it's like, those moments of discovery?
Yeah.
Those are what make exploring and Towers of Agazbah so
The
awesome.
world is huge, right?
Oh, yeah. Like,
Wow.
massive. You've got your towering cliffs and dense forests and shimmering waterfalls and these meadows that are just like begging you to run through them.
Oh, yeah.
Every region has its own unique plants and animals, too.
Oh, cool.
It's like a whole new world.
Okay, so we've got these serene landscapes, but I'm guessing it can't all be peaceful meadows, right?
Right. There are also the withered lands.
Ooh. Sounds spooky.
Yeah. They've been consumed by the withered. And it's where all the corrupted creatures hang out.
So this is where the combat comes in.
Yeah. But it's not the main focus. It's more about adding a little bit of danger and challenge to the exploration.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
You can make weapons and armor using the resources you collect, and there's like the stamina system, so you can't just go charging into battle.
Oh, that's cool. So you have to think about when to attack and when to dodge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that.
Did you see anything about the multiplayer?
Oh, yeah. That looks awesome.
Right. Can you imagine, like, building a village with your friends?
Oh, my God, yes.
And each of you, like, specializes in something different.
Oh, that would be so fun.
I know. And you all work together to, like, restore the world?
That is such a cool concept.
From what I've seen, you can play with up to 3 friends.
Awesome.
And you can explore together, you can face challenges together, and just, like, build amazing things together.
I love that. That just adds like another whole dimension to the game. Yeah. And you know what else? The visuals.
Oh my God, the visuals.
Stunning. Absolutely breathtaking.
It's giving Studio Ghibli.
They've got this amazing way of blending realism with more stylized elements.
It's like a moving painting.
One review even said that. They said it's like walking through a painting.
Yeah.
Every detail is so carefully crafted.
It's just gorgeous to look at.
Wow.
Those landscapes and the architecture and the creatures.
Mm-hmm. So vibrant and alive.
I love it. And the sound design.
Oh, don't even get me started on the sound design.
Right. It's incredible.
It's so immersive.
like you're really there.
You can hear everything, like the wind and the trees and the water flowing and the creatures chirping.
Can't wait to hear it.
I know, right? It really pulls you in.
But okay, real talk for a sec.
Yeah.
Towers of Agazbah is still in early access.
Right.
Which means There might be a few bugs,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some performance issues.
Yeah, that's always a risk with early access.
But the good news is that the developers are constantly working on it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're releasing updates, they're listening to the community.
They seem super dedicated to making this game the best it can be.
That's great to hear. And honestly, even for the price it's at now,
Yeah.
it's already got so much content.
There's like a ton to explore.
Yeah, and a really interesting story to uncover, and all those creative building possibilities.
It's definitely a game that can suck you in for hours.
Yeah, I could see that.
But one thing to keep in mind, there might be a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're not used to city building games or resource management.
Yeah, there's a lot to grasp, for sure.
But I think that's part of the fun, right?
Oh, definitely.
Figuring out the systems, coming up with new strategies, and just finding your own way to thrive in this world.
Absolutely. It's like a puzzle waiting to be solved.
It's not just about building the biggest village or conquering the toughest enemies.
No, it's so much more than that.
It's about understanding the impact of your actions.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes this game so unique.
Yeah. It's not about conquering nature. It's about coexisting with it. Finding that balance between progress and preservation.
And that's something that I think a lot of us can relate to in real life, too.
Totally. Okay, well, we have to stop somewhere.
Yeah, we've barely scratched the surface here.
I know. There's so much more to talk about, but we're going to save that for part 2.
Definitely. We're going to dive even deeper into the story and the mechanics and the whole philosophy behind Towers of Agazbah.
So stick around, because it's only going to get more interesting from here.
You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Review MASH. I gotta say, one thing that really sticks out to me is just how seamlessly this game blends different genres.
I know, right?
You've got exploration, city building, resource management,
Mm-hmm.
even a little bit of combat and survival thrown in there.
Yeah, it's like they took all of our favorite things and just like mashed them together.
And somehow it works.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm in the mood for a chill exploration game,
Oh, yeah.
Just wander around and soak in the scenery. But then other times I'm like, give me strategy. I want to optimize everything. And Towers of Agazbah is like, yeah, we got both.
It does it all. And don't even get me started on the story.
Oh, yeah, the story is super intriguing.
The whole lore surrounding the Shimu people and their connection to the island.
And the withered, like, what even is that?
Right. It's such a mystery. It's like this classic tale of humanity versus this powerful force of nature.
And you were saying something about ancient artifacts.
Yeah, like in the reviews, people are talking about finding these remnants of old Shimu architecture, but they're all overgrown and like reclaimed by nature.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. It's like you're piecing together this lost history as you explore.
I love that kind of stuff. I'm a total lore nerd.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it's not just about observing, right?
Yeah.
You actually have to make choices that affect the world.
And those choices have consequences.
Exactly. Like your actions really matter.
You mentioned the Amity system earlier.
Hmm?
Can you break that down a bit more for us?
Sure. So amity basically reflects your relationship with the island.
Oh, okay.
It goes up or down based on what you do.
So if I'm good to the environment,
Yeah, like if you plant trees and use resources sustainably.
my amity goes up.
Exactly.
Mm.
And if you like overhunt or pollute.
It goes down.
Yep. And it's not just like a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
It's more about finding that balance, that harmony.
So it's like a karma system, but way more nuanced.
Yeah, for sure. And it actually affects the gameplay.
Really? How so?
Well, if your amity is high, you get all these benefits.
Oh, cool.
Like rare creatures might show up in your villages, or you unlock special building options.
Wow.
But if it's low, things get tougher, resources might become scarce, and the environment might even start to fight back.
Okay, that is cool.
I know, right?
It's like flipping the script on the typical hero story.
Totally. It's not about conquering nature, it's about coexisting with it.
And I love how they tie that into all these different mechanics.
Yeah, like it's not just a city builder or a survival game.
It's making a statement about our relationship with the natural world.
Exactly. It's got a message, but it's not preachy.
No, it's subtle.
Yeah.
And that makes it even more powerful, I think.
And it's still fun.
Yeah.
I read this one review where they said they spent hours just building and experimenting and watching their village grow.
That's awesome.
Oh, and have you seen anything about the Shimadix?
No, what's that?
It's like this encyclopedia of all the plants and animals you discover.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. Like as you explore, you fill it out.
Oh my God, I love that.
I know, right?
It's like a built-in field guide.
Yeah, so it encourages you to explore every nook and cranny and really pay attention to the details.
I'm gonna be so obsessed with completing that.
Me too. And don't forget the visuals.
Ugh, the visuals.
I mean, come on, it's like stepping into a Studio Ghibli movie.
Seriously, those landscapes, the colors, the creatures.
So vibrant and full of life.
I'm just blown away by how beautiful it is.
And the music is incredible, too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard much of it.
It's like the music actually changes depending on where you are and what time of day it is.
Really?
Yeah. It adds so much to the atmosphere.
Like you're really immersed in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so well done.
It's amazing how polished it already is.
I know. Especially for an early access game.
And they're still working on it, too.
Oh, yeah. They're releasing updates all the time, fixing bugs, improving performance.
Based on community feedback.
Exactly. They're really listening to what people are saying.
That's a good sign.
It means they care about making the best game possible.
It's exciting to see so much passion behind this project.
Yeah. Even though it's not fully released yet, there's already such a buzz around it.
I know. Everyone's talking about it.
It's like we're all on this journey together.
Exploring this amazing world, uncovering its secrets.
And that's what I love about gaming, you know?
That sense of community.
Yeah, that shared experience.
It's pretty special.
It is. But we've only just scratched the surface here.
I know. We could talk about this game for hours.
There's still so much to explore.
So much to unpack.
But we gotta save some for part 3.
Oh, yeah. That's where things get really interesting.
We're gonna delve into the philosophical side of Towers of Agazbah.
The big question.
The ethics, the challenges, the impact it could have on the way we think about the real world.
Welcome back to Review Mash. Parts 1 and 2, we talked a lot about the world building and the gameplay.
Yeah, all the cool stuff.
Yeah, all that. But now I really want to dive into what makes this game tick, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah, the deeper stuff.
Yeah. What are the big ideas here?
Right, the philosophy.
Exactly. What I love about Towers of Agazbah is that it gets you thinking about the environment, but it's not like shoving a message down your throat, you know?
No, it's way more subtle than that.
It's like it makes you ask yourself, what am I doing here?
It makes you question your choices.
And we've talked about the Amity system.
Yeah.
But it's more than just like a karma meter, right?
It's so much more.
It's like you're building a real relationship with this island.
And every little thing you do affects that relationship.
Like even just picking a flower could have consequences down the line.
Potentially, yeah.
And it challenges that whole idea that progress has to come at the cost of nature.
Which is something we see in a lot of games.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You know, like you gotta chop down all the trees to build your empire.
Conquer everything.
But in Towers of Agazbah, it's different.
It's about finding that balance.
Yeah.
You're not a conqueror. You're more like a caretaker.
A steward of this land.
Yeah, and I saw one review that called it a deconstruction of the hero's journey.
Oh, interesting.
It's not about becoming the most powerful.
It's about understanding that we're all connected.
Yeah, like we need nature just as much as it needs us.
Exactly. And I think that's a really powerful message.
Especially in today's world.
For sure.
Yeah.
And they also weave in elements of indigenous cultures.
Oh, yeah, the Shimu people.
Right. And
Yeah.
their deep connection to nature.
It's not just like a surface level thing either.
No, it's like baked into the core of the game.
You're learning about their history, their traditions.
Your understanding of the world.
And it makes you realize that maybe we have something to learn from those cultures.
That have lived in harmony with nature for centuries.
Yeah. Like a reminder to respect the wisdom of the past.
And one reviewer even said that playing this game made them think about their own consumption habits.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. Like they started to see how much we take for granted.
And how even small actions can have a big impact.
Yeah, that ripple effect.
And that's what's so cool about games like this.
They can make you think about things differently.
They can spark these important conversations.
And maybe even inspire us to make a positive change.
I love that. It's not just about escapism anymore.
It's about engaging with the world around us.
And doing it in a way that's fun and thought-provoking.
Exactly. It's not preachy. It's just insightful.
Towers of Agazbah is a game that stays with you, you know,
It definitely makes you think.
long after you've stopped playing.
It challenges your perspective.
And maybe even opens your mind to new possibilities.
I think it's safe to say we're both pretty impressed with this game.
Oh yeah, we're sold.
It's a beautiful blend of everything we love.
Exploration, city building, thought-provoking, storytelling.
It's a testament to what games can achieve.
When they're done with passion and purpose.
So if you haven't already, we highly recommend checking out Towers of Agazbah.
Yeah. Dive into the early access.
Explore the world.
Uncover the mysteries.
And, most importantly, Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we want to hear your thoughts on the game, the themes, everything.
This is a conversation we want to keep going.
That's what Review MASH is all about.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, happy gaming, everyone.